Anybody remember this SAO ripoff? It was so blatantly a ripoff of Kirito's Cheek that the author went out and stated that it was not SAO before it released. Even though all the players are trapped in an MMORPG that they can't escape, they can't log out of, the MC is overpowered, gets a harem of women to like him. But guys, if you die in this game, you don't die in real life. Yeah, this is totally not an SAO ripoff, but for real, Log Horizon was actually a masterpiece. Ripping off a piece of Kirito's cheeks, we got this guy, Shiro. He is a mage type class. He's that one kid in class who you know is kind of like that philosophy, argumentative, smart kind of guy. You can just sense from this individual right here that they're gonna become some like successful lawyer and probably become a politician down the road, and a really successful one at that. He's nerdy, but he's not quiet. He has a lot of confidence. He can speak very well, very articulative, very fast on his feet. I met this type of person before and I sensed that from him, and he brought all of his skills to this world. Man is a master tactician. He can read the battlefield, know when to use spells, know how to combo spells. He meets a lot of people, but his main group is Akatsuki, the cute little waifu who's like a ninja. Naosugu, the meat shield tank kind of guy. He's just there to just take all the damage. The cat guy, and Krusty, essentially a worse version of our boy. They go on adventure killing monsters, but unlike this leader who just charges in 1v1 everybody, they have a strategy, create a plan how to beat the dungeons beforehand. In this world where you're trying to escape, they have created politics, like a whole entire government of important people who are elected. They talk about how they can build a society that allows people's freedom within the world where everyone is trapped. They talk about the state of the economy, on how the gold currency is doing. Our boy, whenever he argues, he always wins, because just look at him, nerd. The debate are just better than the fights itself, even though I really don't care too much about the debates. Sure, the fights are more calculated, the animation is actually pretty good. There are many spells combos that I haven't seen anime use. It's at least better than him soloing a whole entire raid boss. We get to understand the ideas in this world, the philosophy that people are throwing out, why things are the way that they are, the story within Log Horizon. The play is almost the same as SAO. There's a lot of questions that are being asked, like why are we trapped in here? But in the end, it just comes down to the debates in the round table. We also see him at a disadvantage and how he can tackle these people who are clearly more powerful than him. This show is extremely similar to SAO. The only difference is that this guy uses his brain to question everything to help everyone escape, but this man just uses his brain, well, he doesn't really have a brain, he uses his hacks to get through everything. Eventually, they find their way out. They're not gonna be trapped here forever. But there's a lot of reasons why Log Horizon failed as a show, except for the opening. The opening was extremely good. The animation is great, but there's too many thinking involved. There's too many cutoffs. The fights are not as fun and as entertaining. When action is happening, you need it to be constant. You can't just pause, talk a lot, and fight again. It's not how it works. When you're too logical and you have so much thought process, it takes away a very important element of what makes a power fantasy isekai great. And at the end of the day, Log Horizon is an isekai power fantasy. Shiro, when he's too smart, he doesn't have no charisma because he hasn't developed that yet. He's too busy thinking, focusing. He doesn't have one of those like emotional moments that other characters go through. He dresses like a complete minimalist. He has no style at all, no drip. These things are what makes a show fun, especially a power fantasy. If you look at Solo Leveling, the whole show is just a guy who is a loser trying to feed his family. No education, no intelligence. Then he gets a secret power up, allowing him to solo his way through dungeons, having those angry moments that makes a very hard-hitting scenes. He gets taller, does push-ups, gets the ladies. He also gets clothes that give him the flashiness. I mean, the drip, come on. The drip is like the most important thing. When you're too logical, you become boring. You don't have the muscles, the drip, the charisma. Even with Kirito, he was fun to be around. He felt emotions, whether it's sadness, anger, whatever it is. He has a cool ability that allows him to solo a whole entire boss. He was an emotional person, and there's literally nothing wrong with that. Most people watch anime for fun, me included. If it's just, hey, what's the state of the economy? How should we run things? How are the people's doing? I don't come to anime for arguments or something serious. I want to see some goofiness and fun. I want powers like Sung Jin Woo. Not, oh, let's go into this battle and looking at all the mechanisms. Who cares? Most people are not down to listen to a bunch of people argue about philosophical stuff. Most people are morons. I hate to say it, If everybody was smart, no one is. If you build something that is a ripoff of something that is simple, fun, trash for normal people who don't think, people who are just trying to make it through another day, you make it hard to understand for them, yeah, it's gonna suck. The only reason why it even got so popular in the first place is because it was blatantly a ripoff of SAO. If you look at the way that Shiro dresses and talks in the first 10 minutes of the show, you can kind of tell it's gonna be boring. He ain't got no style. He talks like a complete nerd. He doesn't feel any emotion, too calculated. He has no drip. Well, actually, I'm saving money. Be quiet. No one cares.